purchase. He's now going to look on the inside as they head towards the S's for the first time, chasing Dion Joubert. Has Anthony got him? Well, he's on the inside there. Lovely manoeuvre from Anthony Taylor. Just sneaks in front of Janelle de Villiers and up into second place. That Audi really has got it together. The new engine's obviously going very, very well indeed.
And of course, since the last round at Welcome, they've had some more testing time.
Sean Watson-Smith, second in the championship, and he's chasing Janelle de Villiers, both in the championship and on the road. He's just snuck in behind Duncan Foss there as they come down the mine shaft for the first time. Look behind them, Terry Moss and Marco De Santos having a ding-dong battle as they come to the fastest part of the circuit. And it's Terry Moss in that Audi that's got past him.
And it's Mark Peters just behind them as well. They're not even on 1/12 of this race yet, to quote a certain Mr. Murray Walker. But Dion Joubert has a comfortable lead at this stage. Comfortable in terms of touring car racing indeed. As the field make their way through the Yokohama Kink for the first time, we'll be able to give you all the gaps.
There is Van der Linde coming through on the inside. This is what we're going to watch for. Sean really has got that BMW going well. Unfortunately, had to start at the back due to some mechanical problem, but it's his favourite circuit, the BMW, in Sean's hands, really going well at Kyalami.
He's 1 year before. I don't think he's going to win this one, but he'll certainly move up the field if he doesn't have a recurrence of that gearbox problem that he had yesterday in qualifying. So Dion Joubert led Anthony Taylor by 0.9 of a second at the end of that lap. Janelle de Villiers holding down third, Duncan Foss fourth, followed by Sean Watson-Smith.
Oh, De Santos gets it very sideways as they come out of Nashua, but he's managed to keep it together. Had suffered a lot from oversteer as Marco De Santos. That was what he was claiming. He had the problem at Welcome.
And here are the two privateers in this field. Colin Hastie moving up to the touring car category.
And there's Mark Peters. Is he going to go on the inside? Well, he takes a bit of a grassy line to get through past De Santos. It's going to be nail-biting as they go into the S's. It's Peters on the right-hand side. Marco De Santos, the car closest to us in the BMW, and De Santos gets the advantage as they come out of the second S.
Good battle there at the front of the field. Janelle de Villiers is still holding down that third position. Anthony Taylor seems to be closing in slightly on Dion Joubert. We'll have to keep an eye on that gap. It was 0.9 of a second at the end of the previous lap. This is the battle for third. It is Janelle de Villiers from Duncan Foss. And then the second Audi of Terry Moss. Well, following in the footsteps of Sean Watson-Smith as well. So, and there it comes on the inside of Duncan Foss. He's got track position, but is Foss going to concede that corner? He should do that because...
Yes, it is. Nice manoeuvre from Sean. And Sean Watson-Smith goes up to fourth position. And here's Terry Moss having a look at Duncan Foss as well.
Foss is coming back. No, gets the door slammed in his face as they complete lap 2 out of 12. Dion Joubert had 0.9. He's got 0.8 over Anthony Taylor now. De Villiers third and just ahead of it Sean Watson-Smith, Duncan Foss, Terry Moss. They are really as close as that.
Well, the Nissan team done a bit of development work with Janelle de Villiers' suspension. He's got a new suspension setting. They will be putting it on both Duncan Foss and Mark Peters' car in the near future for the next racing down in Cape Town in a couple of weeks' time. But certainly, it's Dion Joubert. Lovely to see him at the head of the field again. And that's Taylor. Taylor looks like he's dropping back. Taylor got trouble. Janelle de Villiers. Yes, that's...
and that was a critical point.
And of course he had a CV problem, we remember, down in Welcome. So not good for Audi at Kyalami in this round 7 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series as Anthony Taylor, man from Krugersdorp, parks his car on the side of the road, loses third position.
And while all of that is going on, Dion Joubert is still holding down that lead now over Janelle de Villiers. Watson-Smith is also still right there in the picture. Duncan Foss fighting it out with Terry Moss. And there comes Sean Van der Linde. Van der Linde had 1.3 seconds to make up on Terry Moss' previous lap and is now right there with him. Van der Linde is making a move.
Well, it certainly is. I mean, Sean loves this circuit. We spoke to him earlier. This really is his favourite circuit. He knows it like the back of his hand. Of course, he won the Super Touring Cars, as it was in those days, in a BMW in 1994. He's been with BMW for 8 years. The man who's been with BMW for the first year, Marco De Santos, not enjoying this meeting. There's Neil Stephen in the privateer Audi.
Colin Hastie is right there with him.
Yeah,
Colin Hastie, sorry, Jonathan, is in the Marco De Santos privateer winning car
of last year.
Championship winning car of last year. And these are the two privateers in the works-dominated touring car category, but this is a fine battle.
Oh, and certainly was. We went to that at the right stage. Colin Hasty given up his pro car for young Mr. Jaffa and his foot. Neil Stephen went so wide then and obviously outbraked himself.
I think it did.
Colin Hasty gets the position in the privateer.
This drive is a one-off drive for Colin Hasty. He was offered the drive by Nissan Motorsport very kindly for this event, but after this he will be heading the Bankfin development program, of which Irshad Jaffa is the spearhead at this stage.
And this is going to be ongoing in the next year. The winner of the Vodacom Isondo 2000 is going to get that development drive in the Nissan Pro car.
Indeed. Now look at this. It is Watson Smith who has closed right in again on de Villiers, and I think that reinforces our theory from earlier on, Jonathan, that de Villiers has been slowing them down, but he is not going to give up that second position easily, because he knows that his main championship rival is right there behind him.
Well, van der Linde, after his little excursion on the last lap in this position, is having another look at Terry Moss. We might just see that. But here's Watson Smith. This is for second position against Janil de Villiers. They're coming into the first of the S's here at AA Kyalami.
Oh,
Watson Smith has gone almost sailing past him. So it's Opel now 1 and 2. Dion Joubert 7.5 seconds ahead of now his teammate Sean Watson Smith.
I can just picture the roar that went up down the pits when the pit crew, the whole Opel Motorsport crew saw that move. A nice move that it was a kind of a playing chicken going into that first of the S's. Who was going to break first?
Well, Sean Watson Smith in the blue and yellow car there in the Petronas Opel, he really has pulled out. De Villiers obviously was holding him up, but this will take Sean further or closer to Janil de Villiers in the championship. There's van der Linde and Moss once again. Sean van der Linde in that BMW just cannot seem to get probably past the widest Audi in South Africa at the moment.
Yeah, I almost said the one with the strangest bonnet. Nice battle, still continuing. Terry Moss holding Sean van der Linde for 5th position. They are now on lap 10. They've completed 9.
And Dion Joubert, let's catch our breath for a minute. Dion Joubert, after 9 laps, ahead of his teammate Sean Watson Smith. Those are the two Opels. Janil de Villiers, is that Duncan Foss?
Duncan Foss on the inside of Janil de Villiers.
Well, I wonder.
Strange. He must have a problem.
Yeah. Wonder if he has. It's very unlike Janil de Villiers to let his teammate pass, but maybe a problem he's got.
Let me put this one past you, Jonathan. De Villiers is carrying 50 kilograms of weight because of his victory last time out. If he finishes where he is now, 4th, he'll lose all of it, I think.
Well, that's also true, but that will make him competitive in the second race in the afternoon, and van der Linde looks like he's got past Terry Moss this time. Yes, he has. Is he going to be able to pull out a bit of a lead? Well, Terry having another look. Oh! Terry, don't try and push me off, otherwise I will keep my BMW ahead of you. So a bit of tit for tat. That's strong driving, but we'll have to see what the steward, Steve Harding, and his team think about that at the end of the race.
I think Moss can probably make a case for deliberate blocking there, although of course van der Linde didn't weave at all.
Yeah.
He just kept that line and he forced his opposition further back. But I was surprised that Moss left that door wide open in Goodyear corner.
Well, I don't know if there's been a bit of body contact there, Hendrik, because a flailing piece of bumper, we've seen that from the BMW, and in fact the piece has left the car off. So here's Colin Hasty and Neil Stephen, the two privateers, having another go at each other. Well, Neil Stephen obviously came back. Hasty, maybe he made a mistake, but it's Hasty on the left-hand side in the Nissan and Neil Stephen in the privateer Continental Audi, and they're really having a ding-dong battle.
I'm sure Neil Stephen is very glad that there's somebody at least that he can race against, because up to now he's been a lone runner at the back of the bunch of works cars. So I'm pretty sure that they are playing a little bit with each other. Of course, it's serious racing, and knowing that Colin Hasty is not in the championship threatening position at all.
Yeah.
So Hasty on the inside into the Yokohama kink, and he goes ahead.
Well, an amazing turn up in the pro cars there, Hendrik. George Besaidno's still leading, but young Mr. Jaffa in second position in the pro cars.
Well, I don't see D'Acunha's name there, so I think Marco D'Acunha is probably out of this race or has dropped down substantially.
This is going to be a superb victory for the man from Cape Town. Dion Joubert comes in to win round 7 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series in his Patronus Opel.
A fine victory and very welcome, I think, all around. It's nice to see different winners so often this year, with Watson Smith coming in through in second position.
And look at this dice, but it's Van der Linde going to take it.
I think he's got him. Yes, indeed.
Van der Linde
got him.
just sneaked past Janelle de Villiers.
Celebration time in the Opel camp as we confirm the results for you. It is Dion Joubert from Sean Watson Smith. Duncan Foss finishing the 3rd position on the podium. Sean van der Linde comes through in 4th. Janelle de Villiers, reigning champion and points leader, in 5th, and Terry Moss finishes in 6th position.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing that the guys who work on my car, wait for. We really, show the way around. It's great. And if I may, I'd like to just dedicate this win to Marco Calabella, who was one of us, and he's sadly not around anymore.
Sean, second position, an Opel 1-2. Obviously delighted.
I'm stoked. I'm really pleased. Pleased for Dion too. He's worked really hard. We work well together, and I'm pleased that he managed to get the win.